Imagine installing Linux, breaking your system, and then fixing everything with a single click rollback. Or imagine setting up your entire operating system, apps, desktop, settings, everything, using just one configuration file. Sounds impossible, right? Well, that's exactly what NixOS promises. Some people say it's the most powerful Linux distribution ever created, while others say it's way too complex and not worth the effort for normal users. So in this video, we're going to cut through all the hype and confusion and give you a quick beginner-friendly overview of NixOS, what it is, how it works, why people love it, and whether you should consider trying it. All right, before we go any further, let's quickly talk about where you actually get NixOS and what you're downloading, because this is something that confuses almost everyone at the beginning. When you go to the NixOS website, you'll see two different things, Nix and NixOS, and they're not the same. First, you have Nix, which is just the package manager. You can install Nix on almost anything, Linux, Mac OS, Windows through WSL2, even inside Docker containers. And when you install it, you'll see two options, single user or multi-user. Single user is the simple one. Everything stays inside your account. Multi-user is more secure and is what you'd use on shared systems or servers. But again, this is just the package manager. You're not switching your operating system. Then you have NixOS, which is the full Linux distribution built around Nix. This is what most people mean when they say they're using NixOS. And downloading is straightforward. You just grab the ISO image from the website. There are two versions, a graphical ISO, which is the easy, beginner-friendly installer with a desktop, and a minimal ISO, which is for people who want to configure everything manually. You can install NixOS like any other Linux distro, burn the ISO to a USB stick, boot your PC, run through the installer, and you're good to go. And if you're a cloud user, NixOS even has an official Amazon EC2 image, so you can launch it in the cloud instantly. So, to keep it simple, if you just want the package manager, install Nix. If you want the full operating system experience, download the NixOS ISO. And for beginners, the graphical one is absolutely the way to go. Now let's talk about the installation, because honestly, installing NixOS is way easier than people make it sound. Thanks to the Calamars installer, the whole process feels just like installing any other modern Linux distribution. And the best part is you can choose whatever desktop environment you want right from the installer. For this video, I'll go with KDE Plasma, but later during the installation, you will be able to choose from different desktops. So if you've heard that NixOS is only for experts or that the install is complicated, that's really not true anymore. The hardest part of NixOS isn't installing it, it's learning how the configuration system works after the install, but the installation itself is straightforward. During installation, you'll select your region, keyboard layout, username, and password, and as I said earlier, the desktop environment. NixOS normally sticks to open source software only, but a lot of popular apps like Google Chrome, Steam, NVIDIA drivers are technically unfree, meaning they're proprietary. If you enable the checkbox, NixOS will let you install those apps with no problem. If you don't enable it, you're basically choosing a fully open source system, but you'll miss out on some of those proprietary programs. Most people turn it on because it makes life easier, especially for gaming or NVIDIA users, but if you're a strict open source purist, you can leave it off. Here's a super quick bit of history, just so you know where NixOS actually came from. The whole idea started with Eelco Dolstra, a researcher who wanted a better way to manage software, something reproducible, reliable, and impossible to break accidentally. He created the Nix package manager back in the mid-2000s as part of his PhD work, and a few years later, the community built a full Linux distro around that concept. That became NixOS. Now, before NixOS starts to make sense, there are two ideas you need to understand. Imperative and declarative. Don't worry, these sound complicated, but they're actually simple. Let's start with imperative because that's what almost every operating system uses, like Ubuntu or Linux Mint. Imperative means you give your computer step by step instructions. You tell it how to do something. So let's say you want to enable SSH on Ubuntu Linux. You do it in 2 steps. First, install open SSH, and then enable and start the SSH service. You're basically saying, do this, then do that. When we talk about imperative systems, installing software is a perfect example. Let's say you want to install something simple like VLC on Ubuntu. You have to manually tell the system exactly what to do. You are giving the instructions, and if you reinstall Ubuntu later, you have to remember those steps and run them again. That's the imperative approach. You tell the computer how to do things step by step. And of course, most Linux distributions like Ubuntu don't expect you to install everything from the terminal. They usually come with a graphical software installer, basically an app store for Linux. For example, Ubuntu has the Ubuntu Software Center, and other distros might use things like GNOME Software or Discover. These are graphical stores where you can search for applications, click install, and the system handles everything in the background. So if you want something like VLC, you can simply open the store, search for VLC, click install, and that's it. Now, when it comes to NixOS, things are a little different. NixOS doesn't really rely on those graphical software stores to manage your applications. Instead, most software is installed through the system configuration. But the important thing to understand is that the desktop environment itself is the same. For example, here I'm using KDE Plasma, which looks and works just like KDE Plasma on any other Linux distribution. The difference isn't the desktop, it's how the system manages software or services behind the scenes. Here's where NixOS really changes the game. It takes a completely different approach called declarative configuration. Instead of manually configuring everything step by step, you just tell NixOS what you want your system to look like in a single configuration file, a kind of blueprint for your computer. Then NixOS builds the system automatically based on that blueprint. Inside this file, you can define literally everything about your system. Which applications are installed, your desktop environment, like KDE Plasma networking settings, the bootloader users and permissions fonts, virtualization settings, firewall rules, and so on. And here's the magic. When you want to change something, you don't repeat commands in the terminal. You just edit the configuration file and run one command. NixOS then rebuilds your entire system to match the configuration. Think of it like this. Instead of manually installing packages one by one, you declare everything in the configuration file, and NixOS does the rest for you. The result, your system becomes predictable, shareable, and fully reproducible. You can copy that same configuration to another machine, run the rebuild command, and end up with an identical system. It's like having a blueprint for your computer. And NixOS is the builder that follows it perfectly every time. I'm running NixOS inside a VMware virtual machine and to get the VMware tools. All I had to do was add this line to my configuration file. Then I saved the file and rebuilt my system, and that's it. NixOS automatically installed the OpenVM tools package and enabled all the services for me. Just one line in the config and one rebuild command, and a VMware integration was fully working. One of the first things you'll want to do is install software. Scroll down to this section. Here you can declare the packages you want installed on your system. To find package names, visit the official search site. NixOS has over 120,000 packages, making it one of the largest software repositories available. Once you've added your packages, save the file and rebuild your system using this command. NixOS will then generate a new system version with those packages installed. Once an application is installed through your configuration file, the shortcut is created automatically. You don't have to do anything special. After the rebuild, you'll find the app right in your applications menu, just like on any other Linux distro. There is also a temporary environment where you can run software without permanently installing it on your system. Let's say you want to try the Terminator terminal on NixOS, but you don't want to add it to your full system configuration. You can just run this command. This command downloads Terminator and drops you into a shell where Terminator is available. Then you can run this command. It will launch and work normally. But once you exit the shell, everything disappears. Nothing stays installed, nothing clutters your system. So Nix Shell is perfect for testing apps, running tools temporarily, or working with specific dependencies without modifying your whole system. Let us look at atomic upgrades and rollbacks. One of the biggest fears when updating a system is breaking something important. But NixOS solves this beautifully. Every time you rebuild your configuration, NixOS creates a completely new system generation. All previous generations remain on your drive. That means if something breaks, you can simply roll back to the previous version instantly. No troubleshooting required. It's like having built-in system backups every time you update. So everything we just went through is really just a beginner-friendly quick overview of NixOS. If you want to dive deeper, there's a whole world of advanced features waiting for you. For example, you can explore Nix Flakes, which is a newer way of managing configurations. It makes your setup more organized, more portable, and version controlled. Think of Flakes as a cleaner, more modern upgrade to the traditional configuration system. Then there are overlays, which let you customize or override packages in the Nix package collection. So if you want a newer version of a program or you want to tweak how something is built, overlays give you that power. And with NixOS, you can configure really complex features directly in your configuration file. Things like enabling virtualization tools like VMware, VirtualBox, or KVM, installing full Flatpak support, customizing your firewall rules, setting up gaming software like Steam or Lutris with 1 or 2 lines. It's incredibly flexible once you understand the basics. If you want to go down the rabbit hole, I highly recommend checking the official documentation. And if you prefer learning through videos, definitely check out Vimjoyer on YouTube. He makes some of the best NixOS, and Flakes tutorials you'll find. And that's it. A beginner-friendly look at what makes NixOS so unique. Hopefully, this gave you a clear picture of how it works and why so many people love its declarative, reliable approach to Linux. Make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.